So here is a opinion question. Many of today's most urgent problems can only be solved through international cooperation. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Now let's look at a paragraph. The global warm is the big problem today. Countries must need work together, make some big action. Weather bad in China today, too hot. Citizens no can play in park. The global warm make the country outstanding. The countries do the things make problem good. So this writing is around the four level. It's at the four level because some of the sentences don't make any sense to us. There's very little or no linking, and there are really no complex sentences attempted. Nevertheless, there is some kind of sense here. I can kind of understand some of the ideas. Let's go through it. First of all, we have global warming. Now, they've said the global warm when it's global warming, but they've introduced a relevant idea, and they've said it is a big problem today. No, the. Now, countries, again, that's spelt wrong, but they've introduced the idea of countries must need work together, make some big action. So I understand that this person is saying countries have to work together to take action. Now, the verbs are all wrong. We don't say must need, and we don't say make some big action. Now, the next sentence seems to be some kind of example. Weather, I think they mean weather spelt W-E-A-T-H-E-R, bad in China today, too hot. Okay. So that's an example of something caused by global warming. Then we have citizens no can play in park. That sounds like a consequence of the hot weather. And then we have the global warm make the country outstanding. The countries do the things make problem good. I don't really understand those two last sentences. So that's when we have a real, what we call a breakdown in coherence. We just don't really understand. So let's now build a paragraph out of some of these ideas. The first thing I'm going to do is take the main idea, which is global warming. And I'm going to say, this is, an urgent problem. And I'm going to give a reason, which is presented here, which is countries have to work together to solve it. I'm going to then put in the example, which is the weather in China is too hot, and the consequence of that example, which is people can't exercise in parks. I'm then going to finish with a conclusion where I'm going to confirm the reason. And the reason here is that collective action is needed because weather is a universal problem. Weather is not just confined to individual countries, it spans across the world. So here is the finished paragraph. One urgent problem that needs worldwide action is global warming because it requires countries to work together. So I've put my main idea and I've added a reason with because. For example, in China today, heat waves are becoming increasingly common, meaning people often cannot exercise outdoors. Notice I put the word heat waves here. Heat waves is a weather event for when things become too hot. And notice I've linked it here with meaning, which makes this a complex sentence. Only countries can take action here as the weather affects everyone. So here I've confirmed this reason and I've added a comment to convince the reader that countries have to work together here because the weather spans across countries.